Folks, Jerry and welcome back to the RacingGamerSlovenia series where we list some stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Anyways, I would like to thank you guys for the, overwhelming support on the past two videos. I mean, one of them got pretty terrible views, but it still got, decent feedback, which as long as I keep getting that, I will continue making videos. And also, as I did before, I will ask you for, a like if you do like the general topic of this video, or, if you watch the whole way through. If you do agree with the video, make sure to leave a like and a comment sharing your opinion on this topic as well. Anyways, I'm gonna go into, the actual intro now, even though I just did one. Whatever, pretty much. Recently, the 6.2 update happened, and at the beginning, it wasn't very good. It got fixed since, but still a lot of people left, so I feel like I need to make it clear that Racing Golf is still a good game, because okay, I was initially really understanding about the 6.0 situation. I was supporting the developers, but that did change a few weeks in, so I feel like it's time for me to stop being so negative about the game and instead focus on some things which make Racing Golf the best racing mobile game on phones. Yeah, mobile game on phones, that's great. But pretty much there are 5 reasons why I think that. Let's go. I should point out that these points are in no specific order, but some of them are connected to ours, and in this case I will list this one first because it pretty much makes Racing Golf stand out from pretty much every single other mobile racing game. That's ping slipping, which, as you guys probably know by now, means that you have an ability to race versus other players for their cars, but people also soon found out that they can use that system to trade cars with each other, which is why, unlike any other known racing games, each car has a certain real value. Now, if you have all available cards in, let's say, CSR2, that's great for you, and it shows that A, you're really good at the game, or B, you're a cheater. But if you quit the game, that's it. You will not have any benefit from the game at all, because you will get bored if the game is, really focused on just the single player aspect. But in Racing Golf, that's completely different, because each card has a certain value, and you can actually trade cards for each other or just for the in-game currency, which makes this game really stand out. But pretty much, look, I played this game since late 2014, and you guys have an opportunity to watch the transition from a noob with a Dodge Dart to, probably the best garage in my country, which is, one of the benefits of, living in a really fucking small country, which is Slovenia. But anyways, back to ping slipping. As the developers intended, it's fun and really addicting to go out and find another person to race against, and perhaps even win another car, then build up your street cred and, garage. It feels rewarding, and it's one of the best things about this game. Is one of the main reasons why this game will survive the 6.0 update, because it actually managed to build a huge community on a few different places. Now, these places do allow you to, trade cards with each other, meet other players, share your stories, and, buy in-game millions for less than $1, and let's go through them. Let's start out with Facebook, because it's the platform which I do use the most. Now, the Racing Golf community here is huge. You have a lot of different trading groups, and needless to point it out, most of them are full of scammers, so you do need to watch out when trading. But if you're legit and are willing to work for it, you can meet people who can sell you most cards on the game. If you don't want to trade and just be a part of the community, you also have other groups such as the RacingGamerSlovenia official, which is my group, the link to it is in the description, and many more. I also have a Facebook page on which I deal, selling a lot of cards for PayPal on there, so message me if you're interested in any, or you just want to, to offer me a kick-ass trade. There's also a huge Racing Golf based community on YouTube. As you guys can see, there's a few huge channels. I'm one of the most subscribed ones, not really watched ones anymore, but whatever. Now I should point out that there is a lot of interesting content on YouTube, but you really should not trade with people just based on YouTube, because there's not really a voucher system here as it is on let's say Facebook or Instagram, so keep that in mind. But there is a lot of interesting stuff about Racing Golf on YouTube. You also have tutorials on how to drive most cars, so it's definitely very, very useful. I also use Instagram. Now, I don't exactly use the DM, but I sometimes post pictures of the more interesting cars I got a hold of. People do the same, so if you're just looking for cool pictures, search for Racing Golf on Instagram, and you'll soon be able to find a big group of people who deal and ping slip on a daily basis. So I played CSR2 a few months ago. Was kind of fun. Many people praise that game for its amazing looking graphics, but I personally don't really care about graphics on a mobile game. Now, CSR2 did look amazing, but it ran like shit on my iPad Air 2, which is one of the better devices for the game. But while CSR2 was fun for a day or two, it just got boring afterwards. Multiplayer was horrible, game lost all sense of progression while I was halfway done with the campaign, plus the cheater problem was way worse than in Racing Ovals. In Racing Ovals you have a lot of other things to do than just progress to the campaign. To prove you guys that, here are some ideas that I've come up with in the last 2 minutes. So first of all, you can become like a pink slip god, I guess. So millions are super cheap on the game if you get them from the correct legit dealer. And with that, you can easily build up some RRC cars which are available in the showroom. I would personally recommend the cars like the Evo 8 or the Civic Si, which are cheap and easy to drive. And if you guys build some up and get some practice with them, you can then pink slip them and obviously win cars and have fun in the process. Or you can simply start your own car collection, because there's a whole lot of different cars on the game and you're bound to find a car which you really like. For example, for me, it was the Evo 8, and I did actually start a collection with them around a year ago, in which I tried to collect as many Evos as I could with rare rims on them, and it was actually really fun, you know, going to the Facebook groups and searching for the cars which, you know, you don't have yet, and it was really fun. I do recommend that. And this third one I actually really wanted to do for a pretty long time. Now it's trading your way to the top. You start out with a car which is not worth a whole lot, and then you continue to make trades, gaining a little bit of profit during each trade, and eventually you will, you know, greatly improve the value of your garage. Now obviously this is risky because there's a whole lot of scammers on the game, but if you deal with the correct Facebook groups, then obviously it is a really fun way to build up your reputation and, well, have fun as well. As far as my number 4 pick goes, I have been playing this game for over 2 years. I started in September 2014, and I remember that during the week I started playing, the third car was a Ford Focus RS 500, and actually every single week since then, during the weekend, there's been an event for a car which has never been the same. Okay, the cars did repeat, but there was a whole lot of different ones still, but the wrap is always different. So this game is still getting weekly updates, well, obviously every single week, and it's really nice to see, because okay, the 6.0 update, let's ignore the actual way they released it, but just like, there's not a lot of games that would receive a huge graphics overhaul 3 years into, you know, their existence. So seeing that the Racing Ovals developers still clearly do care about the game, and considering that they did for the most part fix the 6.0 issues, it is a good sign that this game will continue to live for, you know, the next few years, especially because of the trading community. And the final reason why I personally believe that Racing Ovals is the most mobile racing game is because it just has a lot of cars. Now obviously, if you take a look in the showroom, sure, there's a few interesting cars in there, but not really a whole lot of them. Still, considering that, you know, this game has been out for 3 years, there's been a ton of other cars released, not just in the showroom. Now you have a whole lot of different cars. You have over 50 different turf cars, I believe, or something around that anyway, which also have different generations, by which I mean different wraps. Then you also have vaulted cars that used to be in the showroom but are now not, to make head for other cars, not make head but make way, but whatever. You also have crate cars, which crates were refreshed a few times, so there's definitely around 15 to 20 cars that used to be in the crates but are not anymore. And then you also have really bizarre, I guess, event cars, which, yeah, sure, there's a few of them, so it definitely does add up. And this game has amazing variety, not to mention that most of the cars you can actually customize as well, with custom paints, rims, underglow, and headlights, which, I mean, pretty much like all those items have their value as well. So it really is, there's a whole lot of different ways that you can customize your cars just in the way that you would like. So that is that. There you go, guys, those are my 5 reasons why I believe that Racing Ovals is in fact the best mobile racing game ever made. And obviously there are a few bad things about the game as well, you know, scammers, game not running completely fine for the past weeks, but it's been getting better. So really, I think that if you want to, spend your time and spend it in a really fun way, Racing Ovals is pretty much the way to go. And yeah, please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave your opinion in the comment section, that's really appreciated as well. So that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!